Hello everyone, Tenshi here once again with more Minecraft. It took me a second to get here. I was preparing everything. I had dinner and all that, and I was downloading some stuff, and then OBS decided to one second. Uh, OBS decided to update. I think. Let me go to 40. All right, we are ready. So this is you can see it. This is the site, the digging site, about 1 million blocks. About 1 million blocks. We're going to dig, not in one day. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Do I have my magnet? I don't have a magnet. I feel naked without a magnet. Yeah. No! Well done. No. If I'm refusing to use if I'm refusing to use what's the name? A beacon. Makes you think I'm going to use that. Where it is. Okay, now I'm gonna leave them here. Now I have a magnet. I was thinking maybe I will do the terracotta part. Yeah, let me see. I think I finished. You suggest the two things I'm refusing to do. TNT, I don't want to explode my hard earned resources, and beacon, that kind of could defeat the purpose. Okay, here it is. We have a pretty... Yeah. Oh, why? Oh, okay. No, this is good. This is a... Wait. Oh, okay. This is slightly wrong. But slightly okay. I messed up the measurement there. I mean, I didn't have the exact coordinates. It comes out at oh, this is gonna be not so fun. There is at some point there was some water, but I don't know what I did. Does that answer my question? Does this answer my question? This is wrong. Oh, it's not really sure what's going on here. Where do I take? Do I take some blocks? Do I take this? Oh, I don't know anything. Oh no, it's a fortune shovel. Oh, we have an iron shovel. Oh my gosh. Yep. Okay. Got it. I know this is a little bit. Water is one of our worst enemies for this project. The other day I was dealing with this off stream. It's way easier, to be honest. But well, how is everyone doing today? Guys, this is not even funny. I spent the entire day, with the exception of my Chinese lessons time. I spent the entire day. We cannot do this with fortune, people. We cannot do this with fortune. I need silk touch. It has to be silk touch. It has to be silk touch. It has to be silk touch. I spent most of the day today playing Factorium. I was killed multiple times, just like last night. Do I have proper aqua affinity? A respiration. Swift sneak. Depth strider. Yeah, I have the basics. Got it. Okay, this makes things easier. And I do have sponges for this world. Oh. I don't know how or why, or if for some reason is um is YouTube punishing me, because now mostly none of my streams is getting any, that they're hardly getting any views, which I have said more than once. It's not a big deal, but also it makes me think that somehow YouTube is a kind of oh no, I have to keep this. Okay. Have you ever done something and you're sure you're going to achieve something? You were, I don't know, maybe getting a certification or something. Whatever it is. And you get all the requirements right. Oh, I messed that one up. We're gonna use some terracotta. I'd rather use gravel. It's easier. And instead of, achieving something, the people in charge keep moving the goal, the finishing line. They move it to a point where you cannot really achieve anything. And that's a normal story for women, especially. That whenever we achieve something like, let's say, sport or science or academic achievements, they move the line. So I feel like that with with YouTube at some point. Like, it was easier and then it became more and more difficult, and you don't know what to do. It is something. Okay, we got rid of the water. I should open some spaces here, so I feel like that sometimes. And look, I mean, it could be naive to say like, oh no, I'm not going to do this for the views, because at some point it might happen. And I know that YouTube and Twitch are two different beasts. Okay, we got this. I was showing this, but I don't know. It feels like some kind of joke. Oh. Took me a second to get out of there. Alright, what I want to do is to get all the terracotta out of the picture. I know. But the more people tell me what I should do, the more I don't want to do that. So, okay, at this point, most of you, if you follow Hermitcraft or gigs or anything around those lines, and you watch the gigs, D&D, I don't watch it on stream because of the ads, and I could give any of them my Amazon Prime's 1 month subscription. I have done that very early. Oh, okay. And I get it. I get it. But Twitch doesn't seem for me. I did stream on Twitch for a while. I even had IRL friends. One friend in there, like a classmate from my boot camp. She was following me there. But well, whatever. But I didn't watch it. Point is, I kept seeing people saying that Grian have given his name to a fae, and that's something you shouldn't do. I didn't know. I learned that in Genshin, because one of the newest characters is a fae, and the newest character that drops out tomorrow is also a fae. We're gonna have to do this like this. So Grian gave his name, his character gave his name to a fae. Big deal. And he said that people were going crazy in Twitter. Like, oh, Grian gave his name, he doesn't know anything, and blah, 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 blah. Guess what? Scummy! YouTube is scummy. But I don't like Twitch. I was in Twitch for a while, and I never grew. And I think I had only one human interaction in all the time I was there. But everything else was people offering me their services for their graphics for my channel. But they were pretending to engage in conversation. And I was excited because people were chatting with me and they were like, oh, this game looks so good. What is it? And then, oh, do you want graphics for your channel and emotes? And I was like, no. What they do here, but they don't really have much of an audience here. But yeah. Point is, Grian gave his name to a fae because chat told him not to. And honestly, they shouldn't be looking at chat. That was kind of the understanding, but they do look at chat. Because at the end of the day, the chat is your income. And the way you treat it, the way they keep giving money. And people were telling him directly, do not give your name. So that's what Grian did. He said, the moment chat is telling me not to do something, I will do it because they shouldn't be backseating me. He didn't mention backseating, but it was basically one of the rules, do not backseat. So the more people tell me beacon, I in my other world, in my actions and stuff world, the beacon is sitting. Oh, I should have wasted this. Okay. What color is this? This is red, right? The beacon is sitting in my... Did I... I don't know what happened. Okay, we don't need it this like immediately. I don't need this one either. What is this? Oh, this is from Plenty of Blocks, if I remember correctly. Have too much food, people. I have too much food. This is entirely disorganized. Okay. YouTube's still a much more functional platform. There are way more groups. If business. Yeah, oh my gosh. No, why? Should I... Okay, so I think I messed up a little bit. Stone, sand, and terracotta. Terracotta, I don't have that at home, I guess. No, I don't. Stone and sand, I kind of do. We're gonna need more chests. I have no idea how many chests we're gonna need. Twitch is its own kind of beast. It's difficult to deal with. I don't know what I did, but well, whatever. I'm using rockets as if I had a rocket farm. Well, I actually kind of do. Yeah, but in that point I felt so identified with Grian. Like, tell me what to do and I will not do it. This is a solo challenge. This is I am not looking to do this the fastest, the most efficient. I'm trying to have fun. By myself. On my own. With this project, I have to be excessively clear on that point. I didn't think I had to be clear, but I have to be clear. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get so much red that I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I should add plenty of blocks to this one, but I don't know. We have plenty of blocks in the round, by the way. I haven't seen how it looks. Look, I have dynamic light here. It's so good. It's useless against monsters, but it's good. Look, I have this shulker box here, and for some reason I always think it's a zombie. It's the wrong color for zombies. But I don't know. Be right back. No problem. Phone's on charge, but I gotta make a tinkle. No idea what that is. Oh. Okay, this is what I got from the ancient city. What did I do? Oh my gosh, I clicked something wrong. Oh, I was supposed to get to checkpoint 1, but with the shulker boxes, not without them. Okay. Checkpoint 1. Oh, well done streaming. You're done. You're doing 3 time. Of course you are. Of course you are. Well done. What is this? Oh. Okay. We're gonna continue with this. So at some point, I'm gonna have to move some chests and make them have to charge my Switch to its charging moment. At some point, all these entities are going to be too much. Oh, same with calcite. I think we're gonna have to set up one space for calcite. Where's the basalt? Oh. That's how it works. I'm not really sure if the potions are going to work. You see it my way. We can work it out. We can work it out. Life is very short, and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friends. Da, 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 da. There's this adoration towards the Beatles in Mexico to a point. How did I don't want to know. We don't have ancient city stuff, people. We don't have ancient city stuff. Redstone, lapis, diorite, copper, iron. Shirt, stars. We're gonna have to get a sign. Where's signs? Only one, and no. Oh my gosh. Oh. Well. Let's say hi to Well Done real quick. Oh, the sound is a little bit too aggressive. Sorry. Show hidden, show inactive, keep hidden, horizontal layout. Finally! Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, finally. Okay, so OBS did something in one of the latest updates, and I couldn't control the volume as good as I wanted to, as well as I wanted to. Where is Welly? Let me say hi to Weldon. So I wanted to keep playing Factorio. I had to physically stop myself from playing Factorio, people. You have no idea. We need more chests. Where are the chests? I should pay some more attention to the realm. I haven't. No! Ancient cities of... Okay, let me see if... Yeah, it's included. Okay, so all the skulk... Soul torches will go here. I need more let me see. Nothing. Weapons. This world is a little bit inconvenient compared to my second and the fourth. The locations are not ideal, let me tell you. Let me tell you that. The locations in this world, like I have in a beautiful, I have my I have this beautiful valley that I want to do something with. I might change my house even. I don't know. Let me see. We have a very ugh. Well. Okay. All right, so we go to cities. Cities go here. Then skulk sensor goes here. I don't know what to do with the golden dandelion. I honestly don't know what to do with it. Mushrooms. Yep. Okay, got it. We empty it, kind of, and empty it. Yeah, we'll keep the golden dandelion here. I don't know what to do with this armor. So what I'm going to do... Oh, wrong box. Wrong box. We're going to place one here. That's in case I really need to do something extreme. And this one is going to go empty. All right. Not really sure if I'm going to need more bundles. But yeah, somehow YouTube has been punishing my views. Like, I could have like 100 easily in a single stream, and now it's like, yeah, we might not give you that. Okay, time to teleport back. Goodbye. Oh, we got a new subscriber. I didn't notice. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't want this thing next to me that often. Alright, I might try to place things that I might not use like immediately. Like this book, The Disenchanter, and that's it. Oh. Okay. Tomorrow I'm going to the city with my mom. We usually go to the city that's basically the capital of our state. Which is in the opposite direction of Mexico City. Tomorrow we're going not to Mexico City, but very close. Very, very close. It's... Usually I'm in charge of going to the... to check on our former house. I mean, it's still our house, but we don't live there anymore. Oof, did I do something? No, I didn't move anything. I pressed something on mistake. Sorry. Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. The lag is leaving. This place is less laggy than my main base. That also worries me. The thing is, I mean, I was thinking right now. It's not that I like more, but I am more comfortable with my actions and stuff world. Not only because of actions and stuff, but that thing is laggy. That thing is laggy. For real. And I feel more comfortable with that world now that I have played it a lot of hours. And this world, I also like it very much. And it's I can I cannot say which is my favorite because there are things that I have here that are an advantage over that other world, and in that other world I don't have. For example, I don't have expansion plus, and that is huge because I don't have to worry about weird mobs. I like expansion plus though. Just the mobs is my only problem. I wish I could deactivate them because I'm here for the blocks. But now I also want plenty of blocks here. I kind of don't want to get confused with those. Well, it's a mess. But I feel like the more you play a game, like this game that I don't know how many hours I have dedicated in the last year to Minecraft. I wish it counted the hours. It doesn't. But I'm pretty sure I'm over. I'm close to the 1,000 hours. That's my. um. My Stardew value Stardew Valley time. Over 1,000. I mean, actually, it's 1,200 for Stardew Valley. And I'm pretty sure I have way more than that in Genshin and MapleStory. That's insane. But now I don't feel like I can play games without streaming, and it's another story. So point is, I feel like the more time I have in a game that allows you to start over and over again, like this, like Stardew Valley. Genshin is not restart friendly. Genshin, you accumulate the same as MapleStory. You accumulate through time more and more experience and resources and characters. So your account is something you don't want to restart. You can restart in MapleStory. You can restart in another server. In another world. I mean, in the same server, or you can go to another server and start another save under your same account. But it's a mess. Oh, no, same account. You have to be on one single server. You need a second account for another server. Oh, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess, people. It's a mess. You have no idea. So you get more experience. You restart like you do here in Minecraft or in Stardew Valley, and your second world will be better than the first. The third will be better than those two. So it is a constant improvement of your own skills. And that makes you like more or appreciate more your latest worlds, your latest restarts. Oh, we have a problem. We're gonna save this here. Oh yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what Weldon does. I am gonna do that. I'm gonna take a second so the early morning creepers go somewhere else. Hi, Bunny. So that's kind of obvious that I feel that my fourth world is better than this one. If someday I make a fifth world that goes in the line of all these worlds, it's gonna be better because I know what to do now. I know what to expect. I know what to focus on instead of um guessing or trying to learn. But also, I want it to be I want to give all my worlds the love they deserve. Right now, I gotta say, right now my active worlds are the third one, this one, this one, and the fourth one that is actions and stuff. And I created that only to get um only to get a view on actions and stuff, because I saw. Okay, so the only reason why I got that one, it was on sale. It was on sale. And Actions and Stuff 2.0 is coming soon. I think it's 2.0 or 1 point something. Next version. I don't want to say a number and then fail at it. So I watched a video of a Java YouTuber, a Java player, and he tried. He was trying the marketplace. He was trying Bedrock. I think he tried first Bedrock, and then he saw the marketplace, and that's the. I mean, there are many differences, but they all are in gameplay and obviously the technical stuff. But one of the biggest differences is the marketplace. And I don't like microtransactions. So says the person who has a realm. And many add-ons. I don't like microtransactions very much, as many of you do, and I'm against them. But I I do fall for them. I don't like them as a business model, to be honest, because I think it's predatory on the consumer, and things that are predatory on consumers are always bad. But well, it is what it is. And I may try to keep my subscriptions to a minimum, by the way. But also there are many add-ons that honestly there are mods. There are mods. There are many free mods. There are both mods for Java and Bedrock. Well, free add-ons for Bedrock. So it is. I feel like I'm glad for developers when they can monetize their hard work. You buy an add-on and you keep it for life. Uh, Unlike the marketplace subscription that you can use the add-ons, but you don't keep them if the subscription is over, or if they decide to retire the add-on from the marketplace. So it is a mess in that part. It's not a mess. It's very calculated, but well, whatever. It's Microsoft. But yeah, I saw this guy. Like I'm going into huge tangent just to say that I saw this guy who is a Java player. I don't remember his name. It got recommended. His video got recommended in the algorithm, and he started trying add-ons. Like he got the coins. Not really sure if it was some kind of paid promotion. I don't know. And he got to actions and stuff. And there are many things in actions and stuff that we haven't entirely tried. That we won't be able to try in the realm anymore. Well, unless we get it back. But honestly, it's too laggy for the devices we are using. And that's how I decided that I wanted to try actions and stuff. Because it seemed like a very good one for the person who was reviewing it. I was going to do a one-time episode and try actions and stuff, see how it feels, see how it looks like. And then it became one of my default worlds. I also have other worlds. I gotta say. And I showcased them in my 1 year anniversary stream, 1 year of Minecraft stream. Um, but those worlds are more temporary. World 1 is on the main line, but it's done. I cannot go back to that one. World 2, I finished the game in vanilla, 100% vanilla. It was a nice challenge for myself. I'm pretty new to the. I was pretty new to the game, and I played most of my first world in vanilla. So second world was mostly for that, for proving that I can do vanilla. We need like 100 beds here. Did you see? A bloody creeper. So I have other worlds, and I have showcased them, like the, eh, and I'm not really sure how that didn't. Oh, look, who do we have here? Who you have? Ice. Well, I have my realism craft world. Um, it is very pretty. It is incredibly pretty, and I'm sitting over an ancient city. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, well. It is what it is. In that one, I would like to see what the ancient city is like in realism craft. But somehow I didn't feel that connected to that world. I have noticed that the worst way to play Minecraft is the way others play. Um, Minecraft, it is a very special game because I know that's the concept of sandbox, but it is what you want it to be. I remember Sam told me um I'm not really sure to which extent things are something, but he's in charge, in care of a kid, and the kid only wants to play, explode things. And I see my nephew who only wants to play in creative mode, and then I only play in survival, so I didn't know many things my nephew knows about creative. And some people only want to defeat the dragon over and over again, so they speed run the game. People who do a lot of PvP, but the worst way you could play this game is the way other people play it, other people enjoy it. Because you have to find your own way of playing. I love finding things. I love the exploration. For me, exploring is a huge part of the enjoyment. Because I'm used to exploration, let's say like in Genshin, which is entirely different. Open world with limitation in Genshin, but everything is gonna be the same for everyone. And then procedurally generated worlds and randomized, and I don't know the way they generate the worlds in Minecraft, if it's procedurally or something else. But the amount of blocks, the amount of biomes, the amount of everything, there's a lot to find. So I like the challenge at the beginning, finding all kinds of woods, all kinds of biomes, the structures, defeating or conquering the structures. That's also very important for me. So the way I play the game is entirely different to the way uh, everybody else plays, but it has some similarities to what everybody does. Like, not everybody, like to what some people do. So yeah, it's a worst way to play. If you play like everyone else, make the game yours first and foremost. I think that's the most important part. Play vanilla, play uh, add-ons, play with friends, play alone. But also respect the way other people play. Because, for example, I am a very solo player. I'm usually very bad at playing with people. Um, I have mentioned this over and over. Um, we're gonna have to burn all of this, to be honest. I have mentioned this over and over. I had a very bad experience playing Magic the Gathering. Um, I started collecting cards. I don't even know where my cards are. And I was playing with a group of men, and I thought they were my friends. I introduced group A with group B, and they all played Magic. And it was amazing because now they all wanted to play together, and they made these huge gatherings. Like they were like, at some point, it was like 11 guys plus me. Or we were 11 in total. I don't remember. But some of them, I don't know which one of them, if everyone or not everyone decided to ostracize me for some reason. Decided to leave me behind. I have always had a difficult situation at home. So people know that sometimes I'm not able to go out at all. And one guy used that as an excuse to not invite me anymore. So I have always had this situation where I cannot predict what's going to happen. For the longest time, my dad had this anger outbursts. Sorry, I'm coming out of Chinese class. I'm doing the best I can with English. So he could always threaten me with some kind of with whatever he wanted. So he would never allow me to go out, and I was going out with my friends. Um, so I couldn't. Not always I could keep up with the the gatherings, but I was there most of the times. Uh, so I Infinite Nights. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you tonight or today? Whatever time it is for you. So that's when I started playing solo games. And then when I was playing Maple Story, I had another experience that was a little bit ugly. And I had to wait, we have more days in the realm than in my third world. We're about to get to 2,000 days. Oh, I gotta be in the lookout. Okay, we're gonna do maybe another day of digging up. That most likely was an Enderman. So that's one of many reasons, but I think it's the main reason. I cannot keep up with people's schedules at all. Um, and when people get jobs, when my friends get jobs, like we cannot meet, uh, they want me to be understanding about it, which I am. But if I have something, they feel abandoned by me. So I I started to be the most comfortable on my own. And there's too many risks online. As I was saying when I was playing Maple Story, um, I have played Maple Story since maybe 2006, 2007. I'm not really sure. My first account got hacked, and I was very sad about it and very nervous because somebody used my account to use a stolen credit card, and it was a mess. So um I had to restart in 2008 if I remember correctly. My current account, and I I have been in and out of Maple Story for you can still see, look. Sorry, look at my start or break um uh videos. Technically it's a video, it's a media. um it's my two favorite characters from Maple Story, the Ice Sliding Mage and the Shade. It's basically the same. So I started 2008. I think I played for maybe 2 years, or maybe until 2011, give or take. And then I came back around 2014, only to leave it when I left for Japan. And after Japan, it took me a while to come back to Maple Story. So I came back in 2018. 2017 and 2018 I played for most of 2018 and maybe, I don't know, 2019 and a part of 2020. During that time, like, that period of time in the world was wild, to put it lightly. It was very, very wild time for humanity. Like, how we didn't get extinct, I still don't know, because we kind of deserve it. And hi, Bunny. I don't need an axe. I'm gonna leave the axe home. And I think it was somewhere around the time, and I was watching Japanese dramas with my mom on TV. I was like, I could pause the game or be AFK. Because of that, like, I was doing that, and then suddenly I met a guy, and no, not that kind of, oh, I met a guy, I met someone. No. Another gamer, and he was speaking. His English was very bad. He was speaking in Spanish at some point, and I was like, oh yeah, I speak Spanish. He stopped speaking English, by the way, in front of me when he knew that I'm an English teacher. And we started playing together. At that time, I had a boyfriend. And oh, it's something that you don't have to mention. Like, if you're in a relationship, you don't have to mention it to every single stranger you meet. Like, it's safer, let's be honest. When you say, oh, I'm married, I have a boyfriend, and people stop disturbing you. But honestly, I don't depend on boyfriends. I have issues with that. Like, I know that I'm on my own. Men should not be trusted. So this guy was being just a nice player. That's it. Um, and he started becoming more demanding. He wanted my phone number, my Discord, and I was like, look, the most you're going oh, he wanted my Facebook. That's a very normal thing to share. I don't know why Latin Americans do that. We do that. I used to do that. I don't give strangers my Facebook anymore. But it was more like people I met in Japan. And then he started being strange that way, like wanting to know about. Okay, let me check. Wanting to know about my personal life, contact info. And I was like, I don't think you're going to get all that from me, but well, keep trying. We need red sand. A little bit more. So the guy started to looking into a way to be more invasive, and there came a point where I stopped playing Maple Story because of that. Then I mentioned that to a big player of the game in maybe his chat or something. The guy basically blamed me. What's going on? Give me 1 second. Okay, I was saying that Weldon is playing a new game. And I got distracted by it. Sorry. It gives time the early creepers to not disturb me. So yeah, that was really an awful experience. It became an awful experience because the guy wanted to control me, and I was like, you know what? That's not gonna happen. That is not gonna happen. I have enough with my dad. I know the kind. I know the kind. I almost fell. Oh my gosh. I love when I tell people like that I sometimes stream on YouTube. I never say like I stream daily religiously, as if my life depended on that. Because well, so so um whenever they ask me, I'm like, yeah, but I do that in English, so you're not gonna get content in Spanish. Like, I'm sorry. So I was just saying that to myself right now. But anyways, that guy situation became like not out of control because I kind of know how to keep control of things. I don't give my personal info. I don't give, like, I have found a very nice group now with Crispy and everyone. I have told Crispy, like, you know what, I'm not interested in knowing everyone's full name, real name, or any personal information. We should go and change the pickaxe. It's dangerously in the red. Um, so I want to respect like people's identities, not ask questions like invasive questions. It is a very normal thing. My sister does that a lot. Like, when she was interviewing uh people for work, she would ask them very personal questions, which is kind of normal in Mexico. But I I was like, we don't care about that. We care about people being able to work legally, and that's it. Which means no minors or no people without any kind of permit situation. Because we had to make sure that, um, since we were in a factory, we had to make sure like everyone was in a safe situation. So we needed everything. You're not gonna have too many blocks to do anything with, my friend. So enjoy the little amount of blocks you can steal from me. So there was that. There was it. I'm not. I'm not a fan of asking people personal questions, and I want them to feel like their privacy is okay with me. It's in safe hands with me because I'm not even going to know their names. And even if I knew, I'm going to forget their names very easily. I still remember this friend, and I cannot remember her name for this. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't know what's with me and names, but well, it is what it is. So, I also I kind of learned to take care of my identity, or at least personal info, which is good, which is good. So this guy was like asking too many questions, and one day I remember I went to buy a new keyboard for my computer because I didn't mine was not working for Maple Story. So I bought this keyboard for Maple. I actually bought another one I have. It's the same exact brand, but the other one is what is this? One second. This is red. The one that I'm using is red. What are they called? I don't know. But the other one is blue. It makes a lot of noise. So that guy wanted to tell me the specifications I needed for a keyboard. And I was like, my friend, that's now not how it works. And I told him like, yeah, no big deal. I'm going to visit the city with my boyfriend. He's gonna take me there. I'm the one who knows about the perf we call them peripherics, but they're not peripherics. What are they? I'm the one who knows about the kind of keyboard that I want. So when I mentioned a boyfriend, oh my gosh. He was sharing too much information about his personal life. He made sure to tell me that he was divorced and he had a child. And then when he told me the way he was feeding his child, I was like, poor boy. I hope the mom gets full custody. Cammy returns. So after a time, the interactions with that guy online became too much. I had to connect myself into the game. I had to log in invisible mode. So he couldn't see that I was online. So it became too much for me. So I think that's the last time before nowadays that I played with people, with someone else, and the interaction was really That was very rude. It was a very sour situation to be in. And maybe that experience, having known about the internet in the early 2000s, many things were too different from nowadays. You knew to never give your real name to people. You knew to never give your real age. um there were so many creepy guys out there, so you had to be prepared for that. Then in the bathroom the whole time, I promise. Cami, why don't I believe you? The phone fell on the floor and I didn't feel like hosting it down, so I ate a bowl of kettle chips and played Pokemon for a few minutes and got Zapdos. You got Zapdos! Oh my gosh. Yeah, getting the legendaries for the final battle is the way to go. I should go back to Pokemon, but oh my gosh. To be honest, Factorio. I played Factorio all day today. I was killed so many times. Um, I have to start planning towards purple science and the other silvery white science. They all have proper names. I need stone, I need copper. So Factorio has me. I was telling Crispy today that I don't want to play Factorio sometimes because I know it is highly addictive. Like when you get in the zone and you're solving problems, and sometimes it's only like a simple logistic problem, like how do I get this material from point A to point B? You get rid of the obstacles, and then some other times it is more like, oh, how do how do I program train? People be crazy. Oh no, he was on so late today. Oh, oh, did Weldon finish their stream? Oh, I didn't notice. I just saw that my phone went out. Okay. No, let me, I need to charge my phone. Tomorrow I'm taking my mom to our former house. You mean crispy? Says crispy was on over 7 hours and his stream just ended 17 minutes ago. Yeah, crispy went crazy. He started with I don't remember what he was playing. At some point he played dungeons. I don't want to play dungeons anymore on stream, but I also don't want to not play it. Oh my gosh. That's why I don't play that kind of games. Look, I don't want to play Factorio because I know I'm going to get addicted to it and I'm going to get too much into it. And now I have 200 hours when at the beginning I had like 100 hours and something. I leaked my email. I had to end stream so fast and the screen capture would end me. Oh, well done. No. Yeah, you have to. Well done. Are you streaming with OBS? I think you are. Are you going to delete your VOD? Or at least make it private or something? Or download it and then delete it? Oh no, there's no saving. Yeah, no, go and delete that thing. Go and delete that VOD. Don't. I delete the VOD. Okay, yeah, that's the best thing to do. Yeah, that there's no. Yeah, I had your stream on my phone, but with no audio, and then suddenly saw that the phone was off. I was like, what happened? Rookie mistake. Oh my gosh, Cammy. It can happen very easily. I love that you say I leaked my email and you have the laughing emoji. I could be crying. No, yeah, I have in my sources for the game. Let me just check it out. Properties. I have for Minecraft I have window, capture a specific window and we'll only capture Minecraft. So if I open right now, let's say oh, I have, okay, I place in that window, I have Firefox in this screen, in this monitor. You are not seeing it because it's a mess. And also I somewhere I read, I saw, I don't remember, that it takes more system what is it called? System resources, your memory and everything, graphic card, everything, to stream all the screen, all the so you go for either game or window when possible. For Genshin, it took me forever to find the way to stream it. It's not easy. But many people who stream screen capture can stream everything very easily, but there's it has its risks. Oh, I have stuff with me. Oh, we got the orange. What's going on with yellow and blue? Do I have them somewhere else? It seems like I do. Okay, we need to sleep. Oh, but if I sleep, okay. It could be worse, I guess. At least you didn't have any. True. I saw a politician do that once. It was very common. I remember, uh, you know that you can project your okay. Orange will go here. You can project your at least we used to do that. Your computer screen for presentations at school. We used to do that at university and high school. And there were people who had like notifications for the music downloads. Like the torrents would tell you like when something was downloaded, and it was interesting because you could see teachers and students do that. Like they would always tell you not to, but you could see who had that. Amongst many other things. When there were no limitations on what you could do back in the day in my university, you could play video games, you could see every website you wanted to, and then when I started working there, they restricted everything. You couldn't check Facebook in with school's Wi-Fi in the network, which was I didn't even know what Facebook was. And I wish I could have stayed that way. Taupe beige terracotta. Look, is there proper beige in the game? Like that boring kind of beige? Because if you see, this is the normal terracotta, and I don't see the white one. Okay, here's white. But all of them have very warm, nice colors. Not vibrant. I wish we could have more vibrant colors in Minecraft. But well, it is what it is. Even sand is kind of going looks like beige, but it has like sandstone has very nice texture. So I don't know. I don't know if we have the proper boring beige that has become so common. Look, sulfur goes that way. No! Excuse me. Darn it. And I don't have... Oh, these blocks are a problem because they don't go with efficiency 5 that easily. To the Pirate Bay. Oh my gosh, I have been well, no, I have not been like in I I went twice to the piracy. I don't know what's the name of the Reddit, the subreddit. Um, the, it's a huge one. It's a huge community. Uh, and it surprises me that less people know about piracy nowadays. Because people got so used to Netflix and Prime and whatever Hulu or whatever service they are paying for. I remember people at work when I was working in the factory, people at work sharing like movies amongst themselves because look the way piracy is looked at in Latin America is way different than how it's looked in Europe, the US, and Japan. Japan, piracy is punished by law, and it's huge because people in Japan think that companies are basically people. So you owe lots of loyalty to the company. They can fire you whenever, but well. And people in Latin America are like, I cannot afford it, but I want to watch it. I want to read it. I want to enjoy it. It's more lax, the idea on piracy. So I was seeing but it's a lot. It's a lot. It's people teaching others how to do torrents when you learned that back in the day, like by doing. The only thing that I ever had was I have never liked movies to begin with. So the only thing that what the heck? Excuse me? That was very rude. That was uncalled for. I don't need that kind of visitors in my excavation site. And we're gonna have to take a side quest into the unknown. I want all this, if you don't mind. We have been here. Oh, there's water. That is a problem. Water is a problem. It will always be. For 1 second. Let me see. All the streamers are so expensive now that it's starting to make a major comeback. Yeah, and it's interesting because 1 second. Let me check because I cannot think of numbers and words at the same time. 2753. We're out of range. I think it's not going to be a problem. Maybe. For some reason. Okay, yeah, this is the area. How the creeper got to me, it's a mystery. It was not supposed to do that jump, but well, whatever. Yeah, it was nice. The idea of Netflix, let's say, without ads. You had a very big catalog of movies and TV shows. And I didn't watch movies, but I did watch TV shows on TV. We had cable. And we still have. We still do. Oh, these ones go here. I don't need the axe. I guess so far. Later we're going to need the axe. And what else? I don't need the sorter. This one goes here, I think. I'll place all the food together. And I need a magnet. I have some use for the torches. Actually, we want some torches. $16. Netflix premium ad free is closing in on 30 a month. 30. That's insane. That's insane. Oh, and the content they have for, let's say, Latin America is different and sometimes less variety. And I'm not only talking about Netflix, like they charge a little bit less or sometimes they charge more. But honestly, it is a very bad system in my opinion. It used to be good. It was the, I think that bunny is, guys, this doesn't seem to be the new bunny. this is not the new bunny. But I saw the chickens, and they were the new ones. So I have no idea what's going on. But well, whatever. Also, I could watch anime the way that whatever way we could get anime in. I don't know why I do this. If they everything is accessible now. Why would I want red sand? Well, I mean it's a finite thing. Well, whatever. So when Crunchyroll started having a very cheap option and a legal one, I got it to watch Sailor Moon in Japanese, the new one from 2014. I think it was around 2014 when I started watching it. And I was watching Crunchyroll legally. Before that, I had to like buy from whoever was getting anime recorded in some way or another in the little markets and in the street markets. That's where you find most of your piracy stuff. And on TV, but we didn't get everything on TV. And then I got songs. I got songs from torrents, and like it was like the most normal thing. Nobody told you like, oh, this is illegal, by the way. So classmates at high school would teach you. I had a friend teaching me how to download music. So at some point, one person paid me for recording, not record, well, for burning a CD for them. So that was most like, oh yeah, I want these songs, and I kind of charged only for the CD price or for the material price. And it was once. Let's make that clear, because I didn't even know. Like nobody told you like, oh, this is piracy or this is whatever. No, it was like, hey, I have songs of this artist and I have those, and you would exchange the music with your friends. But if somebody wanted something recorded, they had to pay for the CD. And not everybody had a burn. What is it called? CD burner. Um, I keep doing this. Okay, we're gonna. So it was something like everybody did, but especially if you started getting those things young, you didn't know like, is it good, is it bad, because it was inaccessible. But once everything became accessible, like there was no need, there was absolutely no need. We're gonna have to do something about that. Ouch, I did this to myself. I think I'm gonna have to cover that, but I'm not really sure if I should. Nice. Hi, Jess. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, but now the prices, it's like, okay, I know that's the normal cycle of the product. Product being entertainment, media, movies, that kind of thing. The television. Um, but also what's it? Later on, it was cable, and even later, it was streaming services. Like the cycle continues, and next time they invent something to bring movies and TV shows to you, people love movies. People love movies. Like I don't get it. Like the only one I pay is Amazon Prime just to get stuff in my door. But I don't have. Oh, I need to cancel Crunchyroll. They took out Mushishi's second season, and it's one of the best. I was watching that while I was in Japan, and it's one of the best animes ever. So time to pirate, I guess, for anime. But whenever I want to watch something nowadays, like I go to Bilibili, I pay for the subscription for a couple of days, for I think for a month, and it's enough to Bilibili is, I think Bilibili is YouTube. It's the equivalent of YouTube in China. So whenever I want to watch something, I do that. It's because of change. Now we just keep on going on living now. Ah, look at that guy. We're gonna have to disappear all those guys. Let's go. Oh, it's laggy. So I don't see the point in paying Netflix, but my mom watches movies all the time when my dad goes to sleep after he is changing channels all day, and you go crazy. I think my mom is crazy nowadays. After more than 45 years of being married to that guy. And my sisters watch movies. Like the thing that my sister did when I went to visit her to Cancun was like, "Do you want to watch a movie?" I was like, "No, I want to go to my room and play video games." But it's something that's foreign to me, and I I used to watch many movies, many TV shows. I watched most of the CSI series, the three. I watched the entirety of New York and Miami, I think. And Vegas kept going for so long that I stopped watching. Um, I did watch most of Doctor House, most of Bones, most of all the Mentalist. That kind of time for TV shows. But I got tired of it. I prefer doing rather than watching. And by doing, I mean creating, like being part of whatever media I'm in this case video games. I love to be doing, making a world, building a house, that kind of doing. That guy still working. Pokemon Live Green. Netflix still doesn't have ads. It does. It does. Netflix has ads. The only reason why my mom doesn't have ads is because my sister pays for the premium plus, and they're going to make another more premium one. And you know what's next. It does have ads. I lived in my apartment with no roommates to share streaming stuff with. I just watch Pluto TV because it's free and got an antenna. Yeah, I don't think my dad can go back to antenna TV. Why is my phone not charging properly? Should have been charged by now. That's strange. Oh my gosh, it's hot. Okay, I'm going to monitor. What the heck? Do we have another charger? Give me 1 second. I have logistic issues, but I think I have a second charger. This one gets hotter. Well, okay, I do have the charger for my tablet. I'm going to charge the tablet, so the phone will have to be charged later. And we had a huge change in Mexico from normal TV to digital TV, so you had to change your TV or buy an adapter. But most people later, like there was one way or another that people had cable, and then having streaming services like you had. I'm gonna say the prices in pesos because I don't know how much it is in dollars, but let's say your cable company charged you maybe between 500 or more than 500 pesos, which is around 20 pesos is $1. 30, 20. I have no idea, but that's a lot of money, and now it's even more expensive. So what they did, like you had Netflix for 100 pesos, and there were services that started at 99 pesos. Look, 100 pesos. Like right now, the daily minimum wage is we measure the wage in days, not hours, is 200 pesos and something. So 100 pesos, but at that time it was below 200. So 100 pesos was like a lot of money. It could buy you the 3 meals of the day. It's barely um $5 nowadays. But still, sometimes let's say 100 pesos doesn't buy you 3 meals, but it will buy you one good meal. Or one bad meal, depending on where you go. Um, but it was amazing. Like, oh, less than half of what cable has. And you can choose the movie, you can pause the movie, you can change the movie if you're not enjoying it. You can have different profiles for your family, for your kids. Um, Everyone has a different profile, and the algorithm will suggest you similar things. And that's how my mom has been watching so many romantic comedies, because she loves that. Worst part is that I have suggested so many movies to her. I hate the Jennifer Aniston movies, but I used to watch like more of the Sandra Bullock kind of movies. But it was nice. It was a nice experience, and you didn't have to pay that much money. And they were starting very cheap in Latin America, especially, or countries that where piracy is so common. And piracy got basically like you could decide to buy a movie in the market, in the street market for they were like 50 pesos before, and they went all the way to maybe 15, 20, because people were not buying movies. That was a way for people to watch movies before, like the piracy market, the same market where you buy your vegetables and many other basic necessities that didn't require a rich. And that's where you used to buy your movies. But now, if you have internet access, and if you share your password, your account, with a couple of friends and family, everyone has fun. So they know what people wanted. Don't say that. Don't ever say that companies are blind to what people want. Da, 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 da. I prefer when there's less options to watch, especially if you have ADHD. Having more options is hell. I prefer solving murders yourself. Not Cami, not that kind of doing. Maybe my parents don't know there's a no ad option then. They might be paying for the no ad option. Parents' antennas never worked. But we have a dish. So it's been forever since we knew about antennas. It sucks because Netflix is when you have to be in the same zip code. Yeah, it was before you could share it with people outside your city, like someone else in another state, as long as it's the same country, because there's other restrictions. But even then, VPN solves everything. Weirdly, my phone is associated with their Netflix, so I could just click I'm traveling and it lets me watch. Okay. Yeah, but now it's very difficult to even watch. I I was that's why I got rid of Disney Plus, because I wanted to watch a series. Um and I got an ad, and I got so mad that I closed the app. I went back to Disney Plus and it put me the ad in the exact same place, and I couldn't advance, like going to another minute of the episode, because it was it was showing. I had to watch the ad, and I'm very much against that. I'm sorry, but no. Mm, then you have the opposite side, like Crispy, who has literally all streaming services, no ads. I mean, if you're using it, go ahead, but I don't use that many. I know that I will abandon them. I will watch a movie. So for me, it's better to buy a movie. If I want something, my mom has watched What a Wonderful, It's a Wonderful Life, What a Wonderful Life, whatever the name of the movie is, so many times. And guess what? I bought her the Blu-ray version, and same with Singing in the Rain. And she has watched those movies 100 times. So I prefer to have to own the movies. Sounds crazy, but you have to do that. At the time, trying to watch a Cops or Sucks game was like watching Scramble Redacted in the 90s. What? People that live in the moment. I envy. I don't know if something made me happy. Overanalyze. Yeah. What is it gonna Overanalyzing is why you can enjoy TV or movies anymore. Cami, same. Well, mostly my brain is distracted, and I prefer video games. And before that, I was a reading girl, like buying books. I have the same book like many times, have to confess. I have all the Jane Austen's books, but I don't like the translation, so I don't read them. Um, yeah, it is. Oh my gosh, I have two of the same collections of books. I'm looking at them, and then I have my watercolors, and I have books for them. So yeah, before video games, I was into books. So it's an interesting development. But no movies, no movies. Like people who say, let's go to the movie theater. And I'm like, I rather not. I used to love it because I love popcorn. I cannot eat popcorn anymore. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure I cannot. Mm, but yeah, I overanalyze nowadays. And look, my mom loves The Devil Wears Prada. She has watched the movie so many times. I did watch it once, and I hate so many elements of it. I'm like, okay, it's not a bad movie. I'm not a good watcher of movies. Or when I see, the problem is that I see patterns. So my parents are watching a movie and I'm like, "Oh, is that the bad guy?" And they say, "No, no, it's not." And then it turns out it's the bad guy because of the archetypes, and because of the trends that the writers, because once again, I was more a reader than like any other kind of media. So I kind of see what other writers, there was this Korean series that my mom was watching, and I started telling her what was going to happen, but not because I knew, but because it was the sound of music. They hire a nanny, and the nanny gets falls in love with the father, the single father of the kids. And he's strict, and he doesn't like showing emotions and love and whatever, and their kids need all the love. And I was like, Mom, that's the sound of music. Like, definitely that's the sound of music. And then I know some of the Asian kind of telenovela tropes. Oh, I know the Mexican telenovela tropes, but I know some of the Asian ones. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know what it is. I know what it is. So I cannot enjoy some shows anymore. I mean, sometimes I can, sometimes I cannot. The antennas now are just these flat panels you put on your wall. Had it in my bedroom for the Today Show, basically, to give me a boundary. Oh no, we still have the kind of antenna, but most people have either satellite television or dish, the dish, because I think the dish is the same as the satellite television. The streaming stuff in the living room. I don't even have a TV. My parents have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 TVs. I don't have a single one TV, but I have 2 monitors for my PC. And my PC is more expensive than their televisions. Spend more time trying to figure out what to watch, and sometimes end up not watching anything because then it's too late. Yeah, it's the same. That's why I don't want to make my Steam library bigger, because sometimes I go to Steam and I say, what do I have? What can I play? And then I see so many games and I end up not playing any of them. Let's go to sleep. Still the last Flatboy mom used before she finally gave up on them. Top of her entertainment center. Oh. I'm far behind in comments. 1 second. Here in America, people would pay $150 plus for cable satellite TV. So when streaming stuff came out, it was a bargain. Yeah. Some people got to the 1,000 pesos. So it was it. I mean, 1,000 is around the 60 nowadays, but before it was like in the hundreds. This was probably 10 years ago, before inflation got as bad as it is now. Yeah, so we're talking about the same prices, between 500 and 1,000 pesos. It's in close to the hundreds. The thing is, still here, that was a bargain to get Netflix. As it finally broke 100 a month for most of the high-numbered channels with digital cable around 2010. When I got the cord, I was ahead of my time. Look, it took us forever to get cable, and we only got cable when, like, very budget-friendly. Well, is streaming again. Well done! Well done, streaming Hightail. Anyways, we got there was like a new company that offered less channels, but honestly, not exactly less, like not fewer. Okay, it was fewer channels than the most expensive cable company, but that company had many trash channels. Like, for example, it had, let's say, HBO, like HBO 1, HBO 2, and then they were exactly the same, but it was like 10 HBO channels, so they charge a premium for HBO. And then they had like open television. It's not open, like the free television channels, and they counted those as well. So it was too trashy, like too many repeated channels, or channels that you were not going to watch, or the sports. It is what it sells still. The sports channels, they were like, we have this channel 3 times, but the schedules are different. There are people who watch the same football match, the what we call football, not the other one. The other one, we call it American football. they watch that in 2 or 3 different channels. So it's, I mean, there's a reason, but it was too much trash. So they could take like the most viewed channels and make a budget friendly bundle, and sell that for half a price of the normal cable, and it is satellite television. So that's what we have now. We have my well, actually I pay for that one. I pay for my parents' cable, and at some point my mom said that they were going to pay me back, but they haven't paid me back since ages ago, years ago. So that's one of my expenses nowadays. But I pay like 200, 300 pesos. It is way less than. Netflix charges like 200 now, so it's still better than Netflix because you have more than that. It is a really, when you start thinking about the prices and what they offer and what you really consume, because you're paying for the possibility, you're not consuming it, then it doesn't make any sense to pay all that. But you have to pay for VPN, right? No. When I was in Japan, I was watching Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll cannot be, um, in theory, it cannot be seen in Japan. And I got like a basic VPN. I'm not really sure. Even nowadays, I think there are cheap VPNs for. I mean, we are not talking about streaming 4K movies from a region you are not in. We're talking about like basic VPN. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I used. But yeah, I think nowadays you have to pay for it. But it depends. Many people paid VPN to watch the content of Netflix, Japan, Korea, because sometimes are better than, well, not better, but they have movies and shows that you don't get here. But guess what? I can order my favorite singer's music from AliExpress because it's a Chinese singer. So you find his music in Chinese sites. This one stays here. I was shocked when my grandparents got the cord. My parents haven't. Well, it's not cable, it's dish, but the same thing. But they're old. And my sisters made sure that my mom has Prime and Netflix, and I'm not really sure. I think my sister finally gave up on Disney Plus. The ads became too much. Some of the ads are freaking infuriating, like 3 minutes ads every 10 minutes. Yeah, I tried to get the drops from Minecraft today. Um and I had to watch ads in Twitch. Oh my gosh, they're horrible. How can people tolerate that? Weldon said that there was a reason, but I'm still not convinced. But I don't like Twitch to begin with. And I should try Twitch because that's for streamers and that's what I like doing, streaming. But I don't know. Yeah, I cannot eat corn. We had very heated discussion about corn one day on Crispy's stream, and I think it's a banned word in his streams. He just insulted the national vegetable of Mexico. Corn, potatoes, broccoli, any kind of pumpkin, squash, that kind of stuff. What else can I not eat? Oof, 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 oof. Enemies all around. Cabbage I can eat, but not much. And all kind of fats. I can eat avocado, but not. I cannot consume an entire avocado. I should not. Um, and the only kind of fat that I use is avocado oil. And with measure as well, because I cannot deep fry things. There's so much. There's so much. What else? And the nutritionist was telling me that I should add zucchini to some of the recipes she gave me have zucchini, and I got a huge stomach ache. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to eat that. She said, change it for another vegetable. The Twitter friend who came up and brought me to spend a week with her and her parents in pre-pandemic had all the streaming services. My gosh, Cami, good friends. It was before the pandemic. The last time I watched a movie all the way through. Yeah, the pandemic changed many things in the way we consume media. If you notice, there are many streamers, many YouTubers, many media people, well, this kind of internet people who got a lot of success because of the pandemic. And Animal Crossing, but that's another story. The fact that Nintendo tries to deny how much Animal Crossing did for them during the pandemic. But well. Oh, I remember those couple of months or maybe even almost a year when you couldn't say the words pandemic, COVID, and there were many other words that you couldn't say because people were being punished. The algorithm was punishing them. Yeah, I remember people not mentioning the pandemic. Even I think even in Twitter there was some kind of censorship, and we are talking only about American um media, American companies, the country of the free, the country of no censorship, unlike China. It's always very funny to me when people mention the censorship, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if you knew. Like the West has so many subtle ways to censor, many subtle ways. We're getting to this part. I think my goal was to get all of this, but well, I haven't even finished reading comments. I don't know if just tied to being a reader. I don't read that many books, but I'm very logic oriented and so love solving puzzles. Want to read books, I just can't keep the focus. It's awful. Oh no, my hyperfixation was books for the longest time. For the longest time. Wait, what? My phone is falling apart. No, Cammy! Um, Golfing made me do it. Good. You should. You wanted to. Let me see. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to read. Let me give a like here. I'm gonna have to read my chat in my phone because I'm tired to look at the screen on my left, and that's making me go slower. Ugh. 1 second. 1 second. Where is me? Meguru meguru kyokai sen. Shiridashite. Shiridashite. I bought that song in when I was in Japan because my iTunes got connected there. And said like, "Oh, you're in Japan. I'm going to offer you Japanese music." And it was amazing. But I only bought one song. Um, the ideas in my head are invariably more interesting to me, so I stopped paying attention to the thing. Involuntary creativity that starts picking apart loose threads to build my own story with. Cami, but you have imagination. I don't have imagination. So books were amazing for me in that way because I was seeing the language, which is way more interesting for me. I was seeing like the grammar forms. I was seeing how people were using the language in different times. So it was really interesting for me reading books, and I still kind of, but I cannot keep the focus nowadays. But Video games and modern life. Sleazy religious channel ESPN. De 8. No, Camille. Your phone is falling apart. Then she can only eat squirrel and peaches. No. Not squirrel. I haven't had suggested peaches to me, but I think my nutritionist is giving me seasonal fruits mostly. Okay, finish reading comments, and the other ones are hastes and that kind of stuff. Meguru Meguru Kyokaisen. Oh my gosh, I remember when I was so proud that that song was current, and now it's a 10-year-old song. What was the name? Something Sakura. Of course. Okay, I still have. Yeah, but honestly, nowadays, even those streaming services are. For me, it's very easy. I don't watch movies. But for people like my sister, her boyfriend, my other sister, my mom, my dad, the TV is the main entertainment. It was when I was a kid. For me, it was the biggest entertainment I could have. But I also had books. And I did watch many shows when I had the TV in my bedroom. But then after Japan, I was more like, oh, I don't want to invest in a TV. TVs were expensive, kind of. So I would play games more than anything. It's time to run away. Look, it works. But honestly, nowadays, even for books, now that we have in this horrible trend that it needs the bubble needs to burst. Somebody poke at it. We are in the horrible trend of AI. There's AI books. There's like you cannot buy books in Amazon. So the first I bought a book for my mom, and they stole it. I don't remember who it was. I think it was FedEx. I don't think it was DHL, but it could be DHL. No, it was FedEx. It was FedEx. We have FedEx in Mexico. That's a huge mistake. And luckily, Amazon gave me my money back. And I was like, but I want the book. And it was the last one. So I had to go to the website of the best bookseller, the best bookstore in Mexico, and they had the book. They delivered the book. It was easy. It was nice. No problems. Maybe a little bit more expensive, but they were trying. They are trying to compete with Amazon. Okay, so people, we are going to do something here. But now, honestly, the whole the, everything is going back to piracy. And if I see it myself as a marketer, it is a service problem. If you offer a better service, if you offer maybe charge $1 or $2 more, but don't go too greedy, because there's a point. There's a turning point. There's it's not called turning point. I'm confusing it with the turning point in Japanese. There's a critical point where if you offer something, even if it's good, but if you go over a certain price, people will not buy it, and that's one of the bases of economics, offer, supply, and demand. But whatever. And in marketing, you have to find that balance between the price people are willing to pay and the price you're going to make a good profit, and your business is going to stay. I watched way too much Weather Channel when I was a kid. As it could have been worse, Cami. The only big book that we had at home was the Bible. So I read the uncensored, very pornographic thing when I was 8. So it could have been worse. It could have been worse. And there are people who still defend the book, and I'm like, guess what? No. No, 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 no. I'm the case. I'm the example of what would happen if you leave a child unattended with books and reads a book. And my mom has books, and I kind of read the whole book, but it was more pictures of childbirth, like real life pictures of. Oh, that's why I don't want kids. Because my mom was overly prepared for the question, where do children come from? But I couldn't ask her about a period because she panicked. So, look, that I was not terrified of, like, I had seen too much when I was a kid, but nothing prepares you for the Bible. Like that thing, oh my gosh. Now I know why there's like a children's version, but I was like, no, I don't want to read The tiny book. What do they think I am? I'm not reading tiny books. Children's version. No. So I was obsessed with books, and my mom could read books to us when we were little. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. This is why this thing is very. You know what? Just for precaution, I'm going to cover all of this, and then this part. Then I have to go with stone. Oh, hello, gold. Okay, so stone. I know it's past midnight. I just want to cover this because we don't want weird spawns. WWE feels like it's being booked by AI right now. What? It's getting late. I know. Get this kid. Please give me the hard stuff. Yeah, basically that was me. That was me. Any book. Uh, I read, but that runs in my family. My uncle, the one we go to visit, he reads a lot. One of his favorite authors is Stephen King. Like he has read it so many times, and then there's others. I should get him one of those books for his birthday. But you know what? The problem is that when he goes to the when he goes shopping, because he's around my dad's age, but he can still go shopping by himself. He has been living a healthier life, doing exercise and walking and running and not drinking much. So my dad's struggling with the whole knees, legs issues, the whole package. And whenever my uncle goes out shopping, he goes, he buys books for himself. So and sometimes we are like talking about books because I used to read a lot of Edgar Allan Poe's books. And he's like, yeah, I have read this and this and this and this and this. Okay, so I tried to do this the cleanest way I could. Yeah, but I don't know, maybe it's the thing is when I was a kid, I was two things. a reader and a yapper. And my grandmother couldn't satisfy the first thing because she didn't know how to read. Enemies over there. No, thank you. But she would listen to me telling her about the stories my mom had read to me, or telling her about so many things in my head. So maybe that's why I enjoy streaming. What? We need to get rid of these things. You know what? They're going into a chest. Oh, enemy. Hello. I don't have knockback. I don't know why it got knockback. There's something weird. I can't charge entirely my phone, and it usually takes like maybe half an hour to charge completely, unless I choose the turbo charge, and it takes like 15 minutes. I couldn't. I'm worried because our electricity bill has been a little bit, not a little bit, like more than double. I was gonna say a little bit more expensive, but no. So I'm not sure, but maybe we have some failure in electricity, in the whole system. But well, that's gonna be a problem for my parents because my dad is the one who authorizes that. Anyways, I gotta go sleep. We dug down like hundreds of blocks today. We started the. Oh my gosh. Do you see all the white? Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why I have you here. Oh, never mind. 1. 1. Okay, we're gonna wait for this one to do whatever it has to do. Why do we have an armadillo? Oh. Hello? Are you a baby? Okay, we could get rid of stuff. I have fuel, fuel, but I don't have space for this, and I need to go to sleep soon. Wait. Oh. Oh. Where are they? No. Absolutely not. It's strange. I must have a chest. Ooh. Oh. I must have a chest with... Where is it? Must be here. Brown. Unless it is here. Got it. Gravel goes here. And I'm gonna need it. Gonna need it. So we did some progress. It doesn't look like it, but it was very tall over there. No. We kind of still have to do progress around here. I like that this is already dug down for me. Have I been? I have been here. So there's a lot to do. It's like a million blocks. It is a million blocks. It's 1,100,000 or 200 and something. And we have made some progress down here. And I think I have a lot of... Yeah. Okay, we're counting, which means the torches are perfectly placed. Good night, good night. I gotta sleep. I gotta sleep. Where's my charger? This is a really weird situation. I'm gonna have to charge my tablet tomorrow. But well. Anyways, thank you very much everyone for being here. This has been Tenshi with some Minecraft. And see, every time I see the diamonds ores, no Kemi. They are there for collection purposes. Imagine this, Kemi. After I don't know how many months this is going to take me. And we have all the diamonds there, and then I get to collect them all at the same time. That might be the case, that might not be the case. I don't know. But you know what? We'll find out. Maybe I will leave them there. Not really sure. But we'll see. Anyways, if you're not going to sleep, go and watch Weldon playing Hytale. Weldon is playing Hytale. As for me, I'm sleeping. See you next time. Thank you very much, everyone who was here. Cami, well done. Infinite Nights, Jess. Thank you very much for being here. I will see you hopefully tomorrow with something else. Maybe my new hyperfixation. Factorium. Or this. You'll never know. Oh, Cami. Oh, thank you, Cami. Well done is streaming. Go ahead. Say hi for me. Let me see if I can... Oh, I could get it. See you next time. Bye.